Hello there, welcome to Fund to Money, your 24 into 7 buddy for all your money matters. What are balance funds? Well, that is the topic of this video. We're going to discuss about balanced mutual funds. You would have heard of this term, just in case you haven't. We'll be telling you all about it. To help us understand and figure out what they are all about, we have with us an eminent investment expert, that's Dr. Mukul Jain. So Mugulji will be helping us navigate through the waters of balance funds, but that's coming up in just a little while. Welcome back. Welcome to Fund to Money, your 24 into 7 buddy for all your money matters. In this particular video, we're going to be discussing about balance funds. It's like a primer video, and our viewers keep asking us questions about balance funds on and off. We thought we'll do a primer video on balance funds. So that's all about the topic. We have with us an investment expert, an eminent one in that. That's Dr. Mukul Jain. So he'll be giving us a primer on balance funds. So Mukulji, when it comes to balance funds, what are in very short, how does one explain to an uninitiated person what balance funds are all about?
Yes, thank you, Udyanji, for asking this question. Well, balance funds offered by mutual fund companies. These are funds where you balance between equity and debt. So generally, people get the option of either equity funds or debt funds. Equity funds means more risks. So majority of the money would be invested in stocks, in equities, and equities are volatile. Debt means the return would be low. It would be in the safer bonds and debentures. So balance funds is a hybrid fund wherein some portion is invested in equity and some portion is invested in debt. So the permutation and combination could differ. It could be 60% in equity, 40% in debt. It could be 70% in equity and 30% in debt, or vice versa. 70% in debt, 30% in equity. So those kind of combinations, when it is made in a fund, it is known as a balance fund. So it is useful for the investor. The risk is, you can say, reduced somewhat. It's not so they don't become an aggressive fund like an equity fund. So they become the risk gets diluted. That is the main purpose.
Wonderfully put. Nobody could have put it better than Mukulji. And well, the other way of looking at it, it's got the flavor of both equity. There's you get the upside, long-term upside of equity investing, and debt. So it's just in case the equity markets are not doing as well, there's debt investments. So you get that plus point of debt investing also. And just in case you really don't feel like taking all the risk, which equity funds are all about, you can actually balance it out. So that's how the balance bet is coming in.
And of course, more, Udyanji, here, in balance funds, there could be equity-oriented balance fund. There could be debt-oriented balance fund. Equity-oriented balance fund, as the name indicates, the majority of the portion would be in equities. Debt-oriented mutual funds, the majority of the portion would be in debt. And here, one thing is important technically. When we call it equity-oriented balance funds or hybrid funds, the rule of SEBI and the rule of mutual fund industry says that if equity exposure is more than 65% in a balance fund also, then it is typically treated as an equity fund. The taxation part would be treated as a equity fund. If the equity portion is anywhere less than 65%, then it would be treated as a debt fund. So the tax, from the point of view of the tax implication, so the tax implication would be that of the debt fund.
Absolutely. And just in case you want to know more about taxation of mutual funds, there is a separate playlist. You can go and check that out. We have done many other videos on tax filing where we have covered this topic, so you can check them out. But that 65% bit is very important because equity funds and debt funds are treated very differently in terms of taxation. So you can catch up on all those details. The videos are all there in the channel. To make things, make your life simpler, there are playlists. Go to the playlist section and check out. The videos are there. And just in case you have a problem, you can just send in the queries. So we'll be continuing more on balance funds. Keep watching the space. Keep come visiting our channel. You can subscribe to our channel and you'll be able to know the latest uploads. Apart from that, you can get connected to us on all leading social media networks. And last but not the least, visit our website. That's www.fundomoney.com. So till the next edition of Fundomoney videos, take very good care of yourself and goodbye.